Good morning, guys, and happy Tuesday. I'm here really briefly to explain what iridology is because I get a lot of questions or people ask me, what's the one that has to do with the eye? So I'm going to explain quickly and show you what the grids look like. There is a canine feline grid and there's an equine grid just because the shape of the eye is different, so the orientation of the organ map is different. Essentially, iridology is a fine science of examining the iris, which is the colored part of the eye, to see how the organs are functioning. So you look at the fiber structure, if there's any markings in the eye, and if there's any discoloration. So sometimes there's dark spots, which can be toxicity or inflammation. Sometimes there's little black spots, which can be parasites or anything like that. Now, the iris records information about the state and the functioning level of every organ and gland in the body, and the inflammation and toxicity in those organs. So this is why it's such a really handy assessment tool, because you can learn a lot about an animal, especially if they have no history. So it has been used for over 2,500 years, and I believe this story goes back quite far. About, I want to say Hippocrates, but I'm not sure. I did a presentation about it a long time ago, but I don't remember. He had a patient who broke his arm, and he noticed that there was a spot on his eye, and when his arm was healed, the spot went away. And they've noticed it in animals too. I believe it was an owl in the story that broke its wing, and then there was a mark in a certain part of his eye, and when the wing was healed, then the mark was gone. Or lighter, because it does also show past injuries, if you've had organs removed or surgery, that kind of thing. It can be really helpful in the case of adoption, rescues, or breeding, because you can tell if the animal has any basic health issues, if it has, a history of heart problems or genetic issues. But again, it only tells you at the level of the organ. So if you see toxicity or inflammation in a specific organ, then you know that they typically have issues with that. And if they are being bred, then you know what to expect in the puppies or kittens or colts. But it is entirely non-invasive. Now, to do it on animals is much different than doing it on humans, because humans will sit still and look at you. They have invented specialty cameras to do it on animals, and software that when you take the class online from California, when you take it, they send you the software, which unfortunately is only Windows compatible at this point. And you can take a picture and type in all the issues that you notice, and the more you do it, the more you notice, and then it will give you a list of organ issues. Typically, you get the assessment and the summary of what they see, but a lot of it you can improve with nutrition. So you can say, okay, your large intestine is showing toxicity or inflammation. Try adding probiotics to help improve the gut health, because a large percentage of our immune system is in the gut, and having a healthy gut is really important. And that can weaken a lot of other areas in the body. But I'm going to show you the grids really quickly. The different colors associated with different organs, and the brown area around the pupil is the only thing that's essentially different between the two. Otherwise, the spacing is just different. So this is the canine one. So the brown part is all intestines, but essentially it goes from top to bottom. So the top of the eye is the top of the body, and the bottom of the eye is the bottom of the body. Any organs that are only on one side of the body are only present in one eye. So if you're looking for the heart, for example, you know it's going to be in the left eye. Now the horse one looks quite similar, but again, the shape of the eye is different. So Iridology takes a lot of practice, and it's a wonderful tool. I love that it's not invasive, and if you're interested in learning more about Iridology, their school in California is called Through the Eye International. And the lady there is very lovely. She's the one that created the equine grid because 2 of her prize horses died from colic, from a medical history in them she didn't know about. But she studied human iridology first and then applied it and mapped it, the grid, for horses. So it's absolutely amazing tool. Really quick, before I go, I get a lot of questions about my passion planner because I have a lot of stuff in here. I have all my work stuff in here. I have my life stuff, I have house stuff, I have all of that. And people ask how I use it or what I do with it. So at some point, I will do a video showing you how I do a day in there, but I did hear you when you said that. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next Tuesday.